Well, hello. Oh no, let me clean my screen real quick. Ugh. Ugh. Hey y'all. There we go. There we go. I missed this. I'll be here next week, y'all. Listen, let's talk about some things this week though. Get my lips right. Let me get my lips right for this conversation.
I don't even know if everybody even knows we're. I don't know. I did post it. I did post it.
I'm gonna send it to a whole bunch of people right now. Right now. Woo. Let me see here. How's everybody doing? How are you doing? What's been going on with you?
Uh, Man. Well, a lot of stuff has been going on. First of all, who are you waving at?
Our Facebook people, hey y'all.
Over, I'm over like, what is she talking? What is she talking about? Who is she talking to?
Right, like what is happening? What is she? Why is she
You know what I'm saying?
like raving to random people in the street out the window? What is happening? Oh my gosh! All right, let me see here.
Um,
Let me see here now.
well, to answer your question, what happened was, I needed a little time off. Uh, I was getting a little, overwhelmed with just, things. That's a thing. Um, and I needed a couple of weeks off. I probably should have explained that or wrote that out. And, I had to take responsibility of that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was doing their own thing, and I was feeling a certain kind of way. So I thought I would just kind of maneuver and apologize that I ain't communicate that. So that's an important thing that I need to learn going forward. But we got a different little look. You know what I'm saying? Trying to once I get a better camera issue or whatever. But we're getting there. We are
I like
getting
it.
there.
I like it. Need a little ring light in the back, a little sham
That's
sham.
that's funny you say that. Let me just because today I just went and got my little things right. So I'm
Oh,
trying, like I said, I told you, I'm always trying to take the value up, trying to get my Kevin Samuels background. You know what I'm saying? My Kevin
oh
Samuels on.
shoot, oh shoot.
Always, always. But anyway, we
You
got
know
we got
what? I do have to say, and again, it's so great to be back with everybody. Um, been a interesting journey. Everything's been good, honestly. Everything's been really good. However, um, y'all be out here, be aware because y'all parents about to be trying to be grown out here. Mine is trying to be grown and move to Florida, and we had a passing in the family, everything. But anyways, they trying to be grown. Uh,
let
and
your
then
parents be grown.
no, no, I don't understand. I really don't.
You
No.
don't. It doesn't compute.
It doesn't compute. It actually does not compute. Why are you trying to move out of my childhood home? And you know what? Y'all may call me spoiled out here, but I am spoiled and I don't care. I want my house even if I'm not there.
Definitely gonna call you spoiled on that. Definitely gonna call you spoiled. Definitely.
you know, I think though, I just want to share with you. I just want to share this with you real quick.
Share it with me.
It's hot, and first of all, it's hot in this house because we on the second floor and heat rises during the day. So good gracious. But anyways, um, I just want to say when you pray for something, okay,
Right.
I want everybody on here, whoever's listening, wherever you're listening, Facebook, Instagram, all that, I want you to remember to pray for receiving it because receiving it is a whole different issue than praying for it. I'll say that it's I think that in receiving what I've prayed for, which right now, as I told you before, like being a therapist, it's very interesting work for me in this space. But because of COVID and recently having the flu and all these other things, I prayed. I was like, Lord, whoo, what's happening? Well, I need some exactly new levels, new devils. I need something. I need work. I need clients. I need all these things. And so you're praying for all these things, but I had to stop and sit and be like, and let me pray for how I receive this, and let me pray for that stability. When I tell you, when I prayed for that, literally having to take myself out of spaces or actually by default, like being in this place of awareness, and it's really deep.
I think she froze. Were you back? Hello? Mona. All right, we gotta get Mona her video wings back. All right. All right. She's obviously not. Yeah, I could definitely hear you. Obviously, she's not been in the studio in front of a live audience in a while, and we're just knocking a couple of those cobwebs off. All right. Is there anything else, Mona? All right, get it together. All right. Get it together, Mona. But guys, I'm so happy to be back. If you please could share what we're doing and how we're doing it. We will be doing this on this page more often than not. And we'll be here on the late night tip. And, give us topics. This is what we want to do going forward. We want to lift people up, talk about the real shit while Mona gets adjusted, like Ron Isley and Key Sweat and all those other when they doing verses and they just can't quite get their shenanigans together. All right, are we good? Are we good, Mona? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and let's jump into it, man. Because All right. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead. We need to. It feels like we're just shaking up all the cobwebs. Yeah, I even got a light, girl. I ain't got a light. I got a light now. I got lights now. All right.
I think
a light, girl. Okay. I ain't got a light. I got a light now.
You got a light. Yay.
Oh, me. You are hilarious. Oh, you know what? I am turning 40 this week. Turning 40. Obviously, Mona will be coming back, but I am turning 40, which is it's a pretty big thing for me. Nothing, it's just another birthday. Let's see if we can get Mona back in here. She is all over the place before we get into our topics today. It's 40, man. It's 40. We're just talking about I'm turning 40 on Sunday. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to even just be here because when we were growing up, we didn't think that we were going to even make it past 25 or 21, which is weird. But that's a real thing in the Black community because I've asked other people this and they was like, man, I ain't think I was going because that was the programming that they gave us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that I was able to go past the programming and make it this far. And I still got, as long as I got breath in my lungs, I'm gonna try to, use my full potential to what it's worth. So I just want to say thank you to the man upstairs and everybody else involved in getting me here. So I know, right? That's all I can say. I need to just say thank you. But I've learned a lot of things. I learned to walk away. Sometimes I'm stubborn. I learned to walk away. Sometimes I don't walk away because I want something so bad. But once it is, I know how to like do a woosah uh, and actually just 100% let it go. Like, because I have to, because I love me. You know, I've lived a long. I told my uncle today. I said, you live long enough to where things don't bother you. You know what I'm saying? To where you'd be like, you know what? I've seen that before. I can deal with that. I'll figure it out. There's no reason to get all wound up. Like my 28-year-old cousin who was like, I got all these bills. I got this bill. I got a new bill I didn't even know about. What am I supposed to do? I said, it's okay. You're always going to have bills, first of all. And bills seem to find their way to, come and raise themselves up right when you're just almost there, just get cutting off all your bills. And there's that one bill that you'd be like, oh, where did this come from? So she was freaking out at 28. She's like, I'm not used to this. Then I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. So 40 is definitely opened my eyes up to potential, to growth. Even though I just told somebody I don't really think I changed as far as who I am, but my mental and how I handle things differently, that has changed. But my core person has never changed. I've always been sweet. I've always been kind, thoughtful, and yeah. So that's never changed. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. But yeah, just living and let live. That's how that gray came in. I just keep living. Yeah, live and let live. So, but yeah, man. I'm just gonna take it easy. I ain't really doing too much. As far as my birthday, probably have a nice dinner. Probably go to a couple pool parties. Keep it real light. Some people's like, oh, it's your 40, and sometimes birthdays be like that, where you're not really doing a whole bunch of nothing except being around the people that you need to be around in that moment. So that's what I'm gonna do, and gonna try to make it, make 40 do what it do. Hmm. I know, I know. You know what? Y'all think it's a slight attack, and that's funny that you kind of brought this up. I was gonna jump into this, and it wasn't supposed to be aggressive or anything like that, but it's just facts. For me, I dealt with two women separate occasions, right? So just to give you a synopsis, we were talking about the word bitch, right? And I was like, what if I wanted to use that word on my show? My demographic is mostly women. I don't want to say anything that offended some, but at the same time, women listen to artists music, you know what I'm saying? Now it's different if it's a woman, but I'm talking about male artists. They be like, hey, bitch, suck my dick. Bitch, these bitches ain't shit. Ah, y'all in here, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, what was the difference in that, right? So two things happened during that conversation. What's up, Courtney? We got our favorites in the building. So two things happened. So as a man, we're having this conversation. As a man, I'm having this conversation with her, but she gets upset. Okay. So I'm like, but y'all don't get upset if when Future says this, blah, 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 blah. But Future makes $200 million to say it. But he's talking about y'all in general, but not you specific. So, and I asked other women this. It was like, well, I just like the beat. I just know. Because people are getting canceled for saying shit about the LGBTQ or whatever. And bitch is a blanketed word in music. It's used. Hey, comedians use it. I've seen, what was it? 85.9 South Show. What up, bitch? You see what I'm saying? I have a problem with this. But yet women pick and choose what they deem necessary for them. So we had this conversation back and forth. She's like, well, you shouldn't do it because that's you. But what if I want to use the word bitch? There's some women be bitches. I'm using it now. Right? So she was like, whatever. As a man, as I'm going to respect you. I'm going to try to respect you as a man. And we're going to stop this conversation right now.
Really?
Okay, did you pick up on it? When you say, I'm going to try to respect you as a man, we're going to stop this conversation now. I said, first of all, now you're trying to tell me what to do. And you said you're going to try to respect me as a man. First of all, you said a lot in no time. I didn't call that this friend or whatever. But the point is, I don't feel like I'm being heard. That's the point. First of all, I did respectfully hear you. I heard you. Now, what you need to say is, I understand that you don't agree. Because that's what happened. I didn't agree. But another woman did this. I don't feel like I was being heard. We were talking about gun control. I was like, at least one teacher with a gun, trained. Someone could have saved those 19 kids. And she got so worked up emotionally about it. I wasn't. I knew what I wanted. If I had my nieces or whatever, I'd be so upset about it. And she was like, I didn't feel like I was being heard. No, I wasn't agreeing with you. I heard what you had to say. You got upset. Communication. The way women communicate and the way men communicate is going to always be different, even if I am overly communicating or listening. But because I'm a man, I may have tone. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It could be. I get so frustrated with that communication, that dialogue. You can't sit here and I'm like this. I see what you're saying. I just don't agree. I don't feel like I was being heard. Come on, shut that shit up. That's how I feel. But this is the new late night tip. This is what you're gonna get. I don't want to hear that shit. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you because that's the whole point. And the thing is, it's just sidebar. Not saying we're gonna go Kevin Samuels, but I will be digging into his reels of what he talked about. Reason why I had a whole conversation with a lady on the phone about getting my new phone because this phone is shit. And she's like, you know what? I agreed with 85 to 95% of what he said. I didn't like what he said sometimes, but I agree with a lot of the stuff that he said. Random stranger. All right. Okay. Now that's 10%. That's still 10 to 15% of the bull. But that's what it is. Communication. Sorry, I kind of rambled on, but I wanted to talk about that. Communication is a big deal. And right now, I overly try to communicate or I try to overly listen, which is what I'm looking at. Communication isn't just about how you talk to people. It's also about how you listen to them as well.
Yeah, but my whole thing is, and nope, nope, nope. I'm not gonna say yeah, but because
Yep,
you
but
make
you did say yeah,
sense.
but.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that because I don't. That makes sense what you're saying. I do believe that people don't have emotional, social, and communication skills that blend well with certain other people. A lot of times people get so caught up and so used to communicating one way and nobody actually calls them on it. And so they just continue to do that. And so when they are met with conflict or disagreement, they don't know how to actually have that in a peaceful manner or have that in a productive manner. And again, that's about what I think we mentioned it before, emotional intelligence, right? And having that. Um, Not only, and I see that comment, men and women communicate differently and each think their way is the right way. That's true. But not only do men and women communicate different ways, but people communicate differently in general. The thing that's
True.
missing is actually that respect down the middle. I can see that even in it's funny when I was in Virginia, my mother and I were talking about just some of these things, and she mentioned, she was like, yeah, I've seen your growth throughout the years, and it's because I started listening with that intent of just listening, right, and not just responding, even though I would be upset or I'd be like, I gotta get my point across, because I felt like I wasn't heard. But I didn't realize that there's a way to do that. Now, let me see, on a team, it's more important to have different ways of thinking makes the team stronger. It is important to have different ways of thinking, and so I think that that's valid. I do think that what happens is one person may be that emotionally intelligent person where they may be able to see both sides of the coin and actually communicate, but the other person is not. That is what makes it difficult, and the challenge is accepting that difference and not coming down on that person, or just setting boundaries and be like, yeah, like, you are disrespectful in this communication, and I'm not going to deal with that, like, at all.
So basically going back to that last conversation, right? So I was once again, she's saying it is true. People need to do that. But the thing is, I'm at the point at this age where I can have a conversation of disagreement without being angry. Those two individuals, one was 35, the other one was 37. And I talked to Faye because we talked about it. She's like, maybe she's not there yet. Maybe that's her saying, I'm trying to respect you because she's not there yet. She could be going through her own hurt, pain, or trauma, or whatever that was, or her growth on trying to keep her mouth closed and not pop off. And that might be what it is of what she was trying to say. But I don't receive it that way as a man because you've already said you're trying to disrespect me. I mean, I'm trying to respect you as a man instead of
Is
I'm
that
going to
not okay
respect you.
though? Let me
No, it's
ask you
not
that.
okay.
Is
It's
that
not
is that
okay.
on is that not okay for me to at least recognize I am trying to be respectful?
Well,
No, regardless of how it comes out.
I'm already your friend. So why wouldn't you respect me as a friend, especially when I don't have an attitude and I'm not arguing? I'm talking in a very calm voice. That's the difference. You're when you get heightened or you get loud, you're becoming emotional. I said, why can't we just have a conversation? You're the one that's getting upset now. I want you to because I don't think you're hearing me. I hear you. I don't agree what you're saying. That's all it is. I don't agree. And it's okay not to agree, but it's not okay to tell me this conversation's over because you want it to be over.
Okay, I get that. I see that. I think
And
that
I know
for
it's about her trauma. That's the whole point. But the thing is to help as a friend, that's the whole point about me being calm. And that's the point of her being an adult. And that's the whole point of the show is people taking action on what they deem, oh, I'm trying. Well, okay, well, you got someone who's actually talking to you in a caring way to help you get through that, and you don't want to. So we divvied it up, and then we had a bad moment. It was a bad moment in front of her mom. You know what I'm saying? About cuss words, about cussing. that wasn't even a major topic to be even upset about. You see what I'm saying? Something so small grew so big off of something minute.
I think too, it goes back to, again, that the pattern of communication that we're used to, the pattern of, because she is used to feeling that, well, not, I'm sorry, you know what, I don't know this person, but people do get used to being in such a heightened state of emotion and passion when they talk and when they communicate, that
True.
they don't want to be this, they have learned that for themselves, they don't want to get into that overly being disrespectful, so they shut it down because they
Right.
don't know how to continue on. So honestly, yeah, it may look, I'm starting to learn how to accept that it may look bad on somebody else's end, but what if that is how they cope? What if that is, so it's almost like you or me on the other end of that have to be like, all right, where's the grace for that person? If that person is learning, what can I teach this person about how to communicate with me? Not just the world, but how to communicate with me. And so
Right.
the takeaway may be that, this person understands, okay, when I'm talking to Dre and I feel emotionally heightened, I can just, kind of take my time and whatever. And so that lesson will carry. That is something that person can carry. I may not be able to teach that person how to deal with the world, but I can teach them how to communicate with me. You're not about
Right.
to raise your voice at me. You're not about to be petty and smart with me.
Right. And the thing is, and we had a conversation before that about some other things. But the thing about it was, words mean things. All right. First of all, and all you had to say, you know what, we're not seeing eye to eye on this. Maybe we should probably table that, or maybe we should step away from that. But when you try to sit here and tell me like a command, then that's where the dynamic changes for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're done with this. All right, I'm letting you know that we're done. All right, we're done with this right now. Instead of saying, you know what, we're not seeing eye to eye. Maybe we should probably not talk about it. All right, if you feel, hey, I'm okay. I'm just, but my whole thing, I kept talking because I was like, you're not gonna tell me to stop. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna order me to stop. Like, and do you see what you're doing? That's the thing. Do you see? And you're going to keep talking. Yeah, because I want you to understand. You're going to hear me because I didn't order you to stop. You're trying to control my voice, and that's the problem. When I'm not upset, you're the one that's upset. That was the only problem with all of that. I didn't have a problem with
Mm.
being upset. I didn't have. Don't order me to stop talking because you got to.
So it's almost like on the flip side where I was having a conversation. I think I might have mentioned this with the gentleman I was on a date with a while back, and he.
Yes, I'm mad at her for her trying. Yes, because she's 35 fucking years old, and I'm not
No,
wasting
you can't be
anybody.
mad at her for trying because
No,
some
I'm no,
people
because
take.
no, because I'm
I
trying.
know.
No,
I was
no,
looking at that.
this is the new tip. This is the new tip. All right. So the new tip is not going to sit here when you try to give people grace and mercy. I don't have to worry about what people say. I'm about to be 40. That means I don't give a fuck. All right. So what that says, as a friend, and I'm talking to you, I'm coming. You trying? It's not trying hard enough because we're friends before we were anything else. So you should be trying extra hard, extra hard. Don't treat me like some riffraff that you had a trauma with. I don't care.
But you should care though. Everybody's different.
No, no, no. I care about her, but I'm not. Don't talk to me like you talk to Jimmy down the street that you had an issue with. That's my problem.
Right. But again, people's patterns, they're used to getting away with that. Now, the hope is that once you have addressed it, now she will stop when it comes to you. But the problem is, if they don't know at that time, they don't know, because I was identifying with shutting down when it's too hot. I heard a different story. Right. Like, I'm I'll say this. Again, on the flip side of people not really knowing how to communicate or allowing others to communicate. Like I said, on this whole date with this man, and he's telling me disagree with him. I don't agree with how he handled that situation. And then when I piped up, and mind you, didn't have a tone, didn't have an attitude. I just oh, can you not hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Um, but yeah, so he's telling me about this conversation with this young lady who, he was like, well, I just don't agree with what she did and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, if I can offer my opinion. He said yes. Again, I'm gonna ask you if you want my opinion. And he said yes. So when I gave my opinion, he starts saying, oh, well, y'all always gonna stand up for each other. Y'all always blah, 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 blah. You don't want to call out bad behavior and blah blah blah. And I said, well, I just disagree with how you handled the situation. I don't know this person, but I disagree. Well, that's fine, whatever. And he starts coming at me like that. I said, wait a minute. I'm literally trying to speak. And he was like, oh, you still going? You still talking? You still going? And I was like, okay. All right. Yeah, I still have something to say about it. Okay. And then so he starts like doing this whole attitude huffy puffy thing. And I was like, so is this what your conversation? I asked him, I said, so is this what your conversation usually looks like if somebody disagrees with you? And he said, okay, so you still talking about it. And I was like, yo, if I don't slap the out of this, ooh. But in my head, I was like, you know what? I need to be calm. And so for me, when I was talking to him, of course, yep, you're right. Of course, I felt he was triggered. My whole thing in talking to him now was, I understand this person does not communicate well. I understand this person does not disagree well. I have to excuse myself from this conversation.
Yeah.
And so I did that politely. Now, if it was a friend of mine and we had a disagreement, I think it would look a little different. But yeah, if it was something, no, boy, if you don't get out of here with that foolishness, talking to me any kind of way. But yeah, you're right. It depends on who the person is too. Because like you said, they were your friend. And for you, it's like, if I'm your friend, you don't communicate like this for me, to me, towards me, with me.
Right, because you know me. You know how I'm going to react. You maybe not seeing me like this, but we get into these comments because she's so passionate, right? And you know what I'm saying? And she's, sometimes her masculine energy overshadows from time to time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sensitive dude. That's cool. But do not make me be manly. Like, I'm not trying to go there with you. There's no point in me ever trying to, hey, you need to calm that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna raise my voice. I don't like to argue no more.
Maybe
You know what
she
I'm
needs
saying?
somebody to do that because that's a little, ooh,
That's the
I like
dumbest shit
that.
I've
Wait a
ever
minute.
heard, man. I'm
Wait a
tired of
minute.
women saying, maybe she need a little bit. No, she don't,
Mm.
because she already had that. Already had that. Y'all keep having the same shit and getting the same shit. It don't make sense. You can't have a thug, bank financer, NASDAQ, dude that likes to do nails and walk in the park. That they don't combine well. This ain't Power Rangers. You can't piece a nigga together. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want too much. That's why it's confusing me when I see women that have got themselves out the hood, but still want to go back to the hood and deal with hood niggas, and then expect, oh my God, why did he cheat on me? Why he bought me upside my head? Because that's what you wanted.
I really felt like I had this conversation with myself in my head yesterday, and was like, dang, how would it be like to like I saw this overly nice man with his girl, and this man, like when I say nice, like he was so respectful of her, so nice, and like one of those like not like get run over, but just nice person. And I was like, dang, like do he got, and automatically was like, do he got a little thugum in him? Do he got a little aggression in him? Do we got a little,
Yeah,
because I just want him to be like, hey, good, this is not what you about to do.
right. Like, the thing is, when people try not to be that, like that's like when I see other guys that are always like, oh shit, I wouldn't even do that, man. I tell my bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, why you gotta do all that for? You gotta do all of that for her to know you're a man? Like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't, you know what? I'll fucking fight somebody's shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't be about that bullshit. What the fuck? Nobody said nothing about nothing. Why the fuck you feel like you gotta poke? Man, get your dick off the table. That's what I tell them. Get your dick off the table. Calm down. Relax.
You
But
know
that's
what
me.
that is, right?
But that's me though. I don't feel like I have to
But you know what
flex.
that is, right? I'm gonna be real with you. You
Explain.
know what that is?
Go ahead, explain that.
It is, and it's something that I think we can kind of merge into as well. It is um, positive or negative, whatever you want to call it, but it is validation from others that works for them. So they do that in other realms of their life. So if a female or females period tell that man or show that man that that is okay behavior, he gonna keep doing it. So it's the same thing. Like when we were talking about validation, it literally is that thing. If I tell my dude, regardless of if it's like in a structured way or a organic way, if I tell my dude, hey, I like the fact that you know I like the fact that you blah blah blah, or if I even show him that how you talk to me or how you handle me, I just appreciate. Then they gonna keep doing that. That is validation. Like, okay, tell me from you, how would you like to be validated as a man, whether it's as a friend or as a man in a relationship or as a black man, period? Well, how would you like to be validated? Because some of those behaviors and things that people validate, you're going to continue.
Right. I like I like compliments. I like to be heard when I'm talking. I don't like to be looked over as like, you know what I'm saying, or made to be feel less than. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot. I deal with a lot. And
Mhm.
sometimes you want to share that with people. So, but if people don't listen to you, accept what you're saying, is not saying law, because that's not what it is, or just a rule of thumb with your experiences. And that's the part of growing. If you're good at something that I'm not good at, I'm going to listen. You know what I'm saying? So I just want that. I just want reciprocation. But, intimacy is something that I'm probably more interested in now than anything, because that means I can be 100% me and you'll still love me
So intimacy
if I go into
validation.
depth. I mean, that's just part of it, but I'm just saying, I just intimacy, you know what I'm saying? Understand I can be the good, the bad, the ugly, and you still accept me for who I am, and you can love me for who I am.
Got you. Okay, so intimacy in that like positive manner actually is
Right.
validation for you.
Right.
Okay, I didn't even really think about that. Like actually being intimate with somebody gives validation. Now, listen, that kind of can go over into the friends with benefits type situation. You're gonna keep fucking me, so I'm gonna keep fucking you. But when I guess, hey, I'm telling you, it can go over into that because
It can.
if I continually, allow this person to be a friends with benefits without actually no kind of nothing, no kind of expectation, they're gonna
Right.
continue doing it.
Most definitely, because we have no realm. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is it's like this. You ask a question, so what are we doing? That magical question. Or what's another good word? Uh what's the word? It was right there. What is your
Intent?
intent? What is your intent? And then my question in my head, usually with that question, is what's your intent? I want
No,
to know
don't
your
answer me with
plan.
that. Somebody asked me that. No, don't do that. Tell
No,
me
no, no, no,
what yours
no.
is so I can make my decision.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a back and forth. So you hear these things and you be like, well, I don't know if I have an intent, right now, because I don't know placement of, do you want kids? Would you move? Uh, would you come here? There's a lot of components in my intent to create a life with you. So I don't know. I can't just say I don't know. I don't know yet. That's probably where my answer would be. I don't know. you
Ugh.
know, because I don't.
Ugh.
And you don't
But
want
my
to
whole
hear I
thing
don't
is,
know. You know what I'm saying? But then you ask for honesty. Pick one.
I think I don't know is an okay. I think I don't know is an okay place to be when you're talking about intent. And if you're saying I don't know, but I know that I would like to have whatever it is. Because I
XYZ.
did that. Like I've done that. I was asked what is my intention? And I actually told the person, I don't know. I just know that I want to have a relationship, and I know that I don't want to be friends with benefits.
Right.
So that in even just the slightest way, kind of kicked off to him that there is at least that small expectation. But that's okay. Like, and when I asked too, it was, yeah, kind of rambled off his expectation. But I had to sit with myself and actually realize it's okay for me to say I don't know, and this is what I do know, or this is what I don't know.
Right.
That's okay. For me, the thing about having or giving validation to people, my struggle the longest was giving validation without receiving it back. And also being able to understand that, see, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Being able to understand that people may not give that back the same way I would want it.
I think that's a very good thing to understand, because once you understand it, which goes into the four agreements, which I'm faithfully, when you don't have expectations of other people to do what you would do or to act what you react, and you also understand that this person, if you understand who that person is, then you can understand their reaction to things, and it's easier for you to transition through conversations, through reactions and stuff like that. Point in case, the gentleman I work with, if he gets a wrong meal, he's like, fuck, his whole day's done. It's done. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my dude, like it's just a
Really?
burger.
All right.
Man, they didn't, I paid good money for this shit, blah 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 blah. All they had to do was put some mustard on this bullshit. And you know what I'm saying? And then he's upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a bad conversation this morning. He's like, that almost fucking ruined my day. And I'm like, bro, you are the most aggressive. He's 5'8", first of all, or 5'6" or 5'7". So he's a little short guy.
Short man anger.
So he was like, bro, if I didn't cuss or if I didn't do this, I wouldn't be me. And I said, you know what? You're definitely right. Because he's also very nice. I said, you're a nice, aggressive, grumpy black man. None of that makes sense at all. But you're the nicest person. Every time we go to Home Depot, this dude, if he sees somebody needing help, he's like, hey man, you need any help? Old person, can I help you? And I'm like, bro, I'm not helping them. I got things I gotta do. But you're gonna stop and help them. You know what I'm saying?
You want to stop and help everybody, right?
Yeah, but he's grumpy. He just be like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I ain't eating till 2 o'clock in the evening. Man, we eat lunch at 11, bro. Come on. But anyway, sorry. This is the new tip. I'm telling you, it's just gonna get worse.
I love it. I love it. Honestly, yeah, you're right. I have tell me if you don't find this interesting or not. I ran to somebody who I kind of called them out on their negative talk every time. Like, they talk negatively like all the time. Like,
Right.
I understand, like, I have friends and I can just be like, yeah, this is happening, and sometimes it happens over and over again. Sometimes things just happen, right? But
Right.
there are some little things that I wouldn't say like, this is happening, or okay, so the person that I'm speaking about literally took it upon himself to be met, hey girl, at Uber Eats got their order wrong, they washed their clothes the wrong way. What else was it? The customers were mad because he works in retail. The customers have been mad because of inflation, and so they're taking it out on him. And then it was like little stuff, and I'm listening to this person, and I'm like, why is it that makes sense for you to like kind of put in this pool of negativity? Like, what does that do for you? And he literally said, like, I want validation that somebody cares about my feelings. He said, I feel like if I come with positivity and all of these things, that people will not care about me as much as if I have something wrong.
Okay. My first initial thought was batshit crazy. But
That first comment to mind, okay?
That first, what the fuck? All right, but but the thing is, we're all different, and that could make it's like the small child that acts out to get. Oh, is something wrong with you, little Tony? Is everything okay? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm the one that's always happy. But if little Tony crossed me the wrong way, and I'll never act out, and I pop Tony in the mouth, I'm that one. I'm that guy. Always happy. If you see me quiet, I tell people this. Anybody that I'm dating, if I'm quiet, be worried. Be worried if I'm quiet, because I'm never quiet. If I'm quiet, that means I'm about to pop off, and it's not in a good way. If I talk about it, cool, but I don't get that. I'm trying to I've never been in a fight, and I've gone after people, but all it takes is that one time, and you catch me. You didn't put no sugar in my coffee. Everybody's got to die.
Right.
Little stuff like that. People are that close every day, because of a whole bunch of things stacking. My car went out. I didn't get to pay my bill. My girlfriend just broke up with me, and she was cheating on me with my friend or my brother. And this right here, and blah 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 blah. My mom just, our grandmother just passed away. That sugar, not in the coffee, and you being rude could be the thing that puts you over the hump.
Ooh,
little things like that.
Whole world about to explode. Y'all about to get this wrath. Y'all hear me? What?
Yeah. Oh, quick note. Sidebar, because I've seen this and I wanted to share it before I forget. I seen this and I wanted to share it. It was like red flags. Women that can tighten their pussy during sex is always a red flag. I also wanted to second that emotion. I'm gonna get a bell here soon, or sound effect, so I can ding. I chime on that one. I think that is a red flag.
Can you tell me? Okay, first of all, can you tell me what?
Right. I know, right?
First of all, okay, ladies, listen. You heard it. It's a red flag. You know how tighten. Can you tell me? Yes, for those who missed it, read that again.
Oh, this is from the real Drea on Instagram. I found this. I'm going to start doing this every week that we find something that I find dear or interesting. It said women that can tighten their pussy during sex, red flags. Ooh, I'm gonna get a red flag.
First of all, let me tell you. No. First of all, let me tell you how that's a green flag. You want me to tell you how that's a green flag? You want me to tell you? You ready?
I'm all ears.
Ladies, gotta say this in my English accent. Please be sure to exercise your Kegals, because your pelvic floor needs to be worked on. Your pelvic floor needs to be stronger. It helps in everything. So, with that being said, yes, tighten them pussy muscles. Kegels are amazing. It's green flags because that's how you know that's a strong pelvic floor. Strong. She can carry a whole. However, it's also a red flag because if she do know how to do her Kegels, she do know how to tighten during sex, and that means that she can fake it. Let me tell you. Yes, that's what that means. That's a red flag.
Red flag. That's just crazy, man. You learn something every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta blow that back out. All right, blow that back out.
Because if you know how to do a Kegel real quick, if you know how to tighten that, then I don't care how much you blow them back out. I can still fake it.
Y'all the best. You're the best. Women are the best.
No, I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in
general. No. I said women are the best. I'm agreeing with you that women are.
Oh, we are. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Men can do it too. Men can do it too, though. Men can do it. Game time.
No. That's hard to fake. Nope.
It's not.
No.
It's really not. It's not.
So then I'm out here validating people who about to sit there and fake it. Like, no, that's no. Nope.
Men
That's
don't
not
want to
what I'm
fake
supposed
it.
to do.
Men don't want
I'm
to
not.
fake it. If he faking it, he don't like you. Or y'all married.
Oh, ooh,
Ooh.
ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, ooh, ooh. That's.
Ricky.
I really don't even know what that is, but I feel very. Ooh,
Yeah, real
ooh.
talk. No big deal. No big deal.
That's real
Next
tough.
next thing. Ladies. We talk about y'all all the time. We talk about this, and we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. But ladies, men need reassurance too. I want to talk about our men. All right,
But that's validation. That's not
yeah,
reassurance. That's
I know, but
validation.
I want to hit it
But
again. Make men feel like you really want them.
how are again? My question to you is, yeah, true. Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right. Tightening walls don't mean she faking, but she could if she know how to do that thing real good. Anyways,
Yeah, or she
reassurance.
makes you come sooner. Anyway, sorry.
Very true. Reassurance and validation. I think they go hand in hand. But my problem with that is, I have seen where, and I guess maybe it's just in certain situations, a lot of people can't. she, I love it. A lot of people can validate or reassure their partner, but that can be so uncomfortable for that person. Like, you're telling me that you want that
Wait,
reassurance.
hold on. I get it. Does it say what if she doesn't have orgasms? Is that what that's supposed to mean?
Yes. Yes. What if she doesn't? Then she does fake. If she doesn't, then she's gonna fake it and make you think that you're doing something because
No.
that's validation to you.
First of all, all right. I didn't mean to come back to this, and you just hold that on one thing a moment. We're just gonna talk to this. We're gonna talk to this viewer 1 second right here. So the thing about it is, you have to pay attention, all right, to the human specimen female that you're dealing with, and her body will react. All right. There's ways that her eyes, this. Y'all, yeah, you all are great actors. I believe you that you are. But however, ooh, do we got somebody that wants to join in? Who is this? Oh shit. Okay. Let's bring her in then. All right. Shit.
Special guest. Pew, 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 pew.
That's how we do it. I see. Out in where you? She's right there. Did she pause?
Oh, me?
Oh, I thought you were frozen, girl. What's going on? What's going on? She right there? You can't see her?
Wait, who are you talking to? Because she did not show up on the screen.
Derica.
Oh, she didn't show up on Instagram.
Yeah, I can see her. She's right here beside you. Go ahead. Yeah, you. Puerto Rico
Okay,
bonnet.
wait. I'm gonna get off and join again because I can't see her.
I just want to chime in on that tightening of the vaginal wall thing, because I, as a woman, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I've never had an orgasm from intercourse, and I do the tightening thing, and I don't fake it.
You just have to chime.
All the guys I deal with, they know I haven't had one. I'm not.
Did you hear what she said, Mona?
I did.
Myself for pleasure for the male, not for myself.
When I'm did.
Tightening my vagina, that's for you, not for me.
Yes. So, come on, say it, girl. That is for you.
I hope to chime in on that. I was back here like itching.
You see my phone just even agreed with you. First of all, tightening my walls is for the man, okay? It's for the man because they enjoy that. But a lot of women do not come off of intercourse, like penetration.
Me, unfortunately, I'm women. I'm them.
I am women. Women is me.
Whew. Sorry, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to dance.
No, you're right. And I'm telling you, thank you very much for that. Tightening I'm telling you, we do. You see how the lengths we go through for y'all?
Thanks. I thought I was the only one doing that.
No, girl.
Hey,
get out
first
here,
of all,
girl.
First of all, everybody, if you a dude and you don't know what a Yanni ball is or Yanni anything, step your game up. All right, step your game up. All right, but anyway, all right, do your research.
No. The thing is, if you don't know that the girl that you're messing with doesn't get off from penetration, then you need to be working on something. You need to actually be more vigilant about. Matter of fact, ask her. We talk about communication all the time. Ask her, does she get off from penetration or from oral? Does she? Because some women just don't.
This is a need to know. I done messed up my.
It is a need to know.
Some of my followers joining. I ain't want them to get all personal about business.
I know that they don't watch the rewatch. Don't watch it on replay. On the replay.
But yeah, man. We appreciate you and everything that you've done. All right. We
Shout out to you, and you look all beautiful. The eyes look beautiful. The hair looks beautiful. I aspire to be like you.
I'm out here getting a 10.
Oh, come on now, boo.
Didn't even get no invite, man. That's cool.
I'm gonna leave y'all to it now.
All right.
Bye. Good to see you.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Boom.
See, and you see that, and you know what, y'all. You know what happens when that happens. If you are honest and open with your intimate communication, you will know what she needs. He will know what he needs, all of the above, and you can start validating each other and reassuring each other that you're doing a good job, whether it's in the relationship, whether it's as a friend, whether it's in sex, or all those other things. Reassure each other.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Reassurance is a real thing, and believe it or not, ladies,
but you gotta communicate those.
We need that. All right, we need that, and you're right. We do. We need to communicate that. But you know what? I think men, that goes back to a whole nother thing of us not being men and not speaking up about our feelings and our emotions and how we feel. But I took a what was it? I took the affirmations or whatever, or words out. That stuff, whatever. I took a thing. I thought mine was physical touch.
The love language.
It's it's words of affirmation. I need that. I will love to touch you, but I need to know that I'm doing a good job. Let me know. Rumsky. All right. Confirm.
But I think that's good that you know. It's funny you mentioned that. It's good that you know that, because real talk, I have really been coming across a lot of my male clients who do not know their love language. So they don't know what they want from their female counterpart, which actually has led to a lot of breakdown in communication, because their woman is saying, well, I appreciate you. I enjoy you. I hope that I could be this woman for you, blah, blah, blah. They don't know how to receive that. So they looking like, okay. And like some men have actually told me, I know that she loves me. I know that she says she loves me, but I don't need love. I need respect. So both parties don't know what love looks like for them, or what respect looks like for them. Both parties don't know what love looks like for them, or what respect looks like for them.
My phone down.
Don't know. It's all good. Are you on hey guys, you on Facebook still?
Yeah.
It's all good. Are you on hey guys, you on Facebook still? I hear a lot of echoing. It's all good.
It's you.
Are you on
oh,
okay. Hey guys.
Because I'm not even on yet.
You on Facebook still? I hear a lot of echoing. It's all good. Are you on okay. Hey guys.
Because I'm not even on yet.
I'm not on anything anymore. I can hear you. Oh, okay. Hey guys.
I'm not even on yet.
Yeah, I don't have anything on. I don't know where that's coming from.
Isn't that weird?
That's really weird, actually. Yeah, I don't have anything on. I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh, that was me.
There we go. Oh, okay.
Guess it was me.
That's okay. I mean, we're at 10 o'clock, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, moral of the story is, really honestly, communicate with your people, reassure people. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable in that space. And I appreciate you having that conversation tonight, because that's something that I got to work on, is being able to not only reassure myself, but reassure others. I actually can tell you, I think, what my love language is, but I really don't know, because I think it changes every so often. But I do think that we need to be able to validate each other and, communicate. I need to be able to know that that's important. Females need to know that's important. Males, y'all need to know what it is that you need communicated to you. What's your takeaway from tonight?
Kegals are important.
I'm doing some right now. Can you see? I really just entertained myself. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna do some Kegel work now. And hey,
what's up?
Can we see the folks next week? Or are you doing a week after the 27th? What are we doing?
What do you mean? The 20? What do you mean?
Next week or week after? We're doing next week, right?
I'm going back to the
Oh shoot. I have my thing on, so I didn't notice my phone's at 10% too. But anyways, hey y'all.
Straight died.
It's all good. It's all good. I've been talking to clients all day, so I need to charge my phone.
Thank you. Ohio governor signs Bill 99 allowing armed school employees.
Allowing what? Armed school employees? How do you feel about that?
Okay,
yes, we're back.
We're back, y'all. That was the other comment, right? The other conversation I had with my friend. And she was like, I know statistics, blah, blah, blah. If she ever sees this, this might be a,
How to receive that, so they looking like, okay. And like something.
Yeah.
Bring me on for this, please. Sure thing. Let me see if I can bring you on here. I am going to actually put this in the chat. Here we go. If you can click on that link and you'll be able to join, and so what do you, I know we have somebody coming in. Thank you guys for staying with us. I know we died on Instagram, but got my our Facebook people. Hey. I think that is that Kyle? Yes. Kyle should be joining us any second. What do you feel about, what do you mean? What do you feel about that? What was your conversation?
I don't want everybody. I mean, but like, because her point was like, oh, high school. Okay, so this is my thing. This is my thing with women. Once again, all right, I get so. So I said, hey, boom, schools, elementary schools, right? Have somebody in there. We lost 19 people for no reason at all, right? And I felt some kind of way about that. Like, what if I was one of my nieces? What if one? And she's like, but you're not there with a gun. I was like, no, but I want somebody there with a gun. One person. She was like, but what about high school? What if conversation ain't about fucking high school? We're talking about elementary kids. All right. They're already locked up in high school. They got metal detectors and everything. You don't see them going there as much. They're attacking the helpless. Shot his grandmother, little kids, people that, you know what I'm saying? There's no metal detectors. You don't need no metal detectors for second graders. You know what I'm saying? Kindergarten. I mean, in some urban neighborhoods, maybe. But you don't hear that happening is the point. And she was like, well, I know statistics. We really should be focusing on mental health. Everybody's crazy.
This is true. This is
You
true.
know, we all got issues. It could be, like I said, we just talked about having bad days. And and I said, if I had a gun with me, she's like, so you're just gonna carry your gun all day? If I got to, because people are crazy. And if I know how to use my firearm to not shoot to kill, but shoot to wound, unlike police, then I'm going to do so. And if it's me and you out, and it's him, I'm going to pick us every time. I'm going to pick me every time if I have a firearm. I'm not. I'm not saying I'm going for it. I want to make sure people are safe. I'm just like, oh, he's shooting. Let's shoot him. No, I'm not doing that. But however, protection is needed, and this becomes I'm very passionate about it because it's a thing. People are dying unnecessarily for no reason at all, and that's my only problem. Sorry.
I think it's I think that it can be a problem when you talk about, and Kyle, I got you. I'm gonna bring you in here in just a second. I think that it can be a problem when you talk about these situations, like having a what you call it, armed teacher or armed, admin. Because what if? Now, I always think about the what ifs. I always think about what ifs. What if there are situations where, ah, damn. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this link to him. What if there are situations where you may be armed and something may happen where you have a bad day, where may kind of pop off, and some little child may rub you the wrong way? What if you use that? What if you go crazy? Matter of fact, what if, and all these little students and all these things like that are fighting teachers and everything, how they bold and everything, what if they do have that moment where they do steal that gun from somebody? A lot of things can happen to those situations, and I know those are just what ifs, but though a lot of things can happen when you talk about that scenario of arming admin and arming teachers.
I hear you.
Let's see, here we go. Kyle, I just sent that over to you. I think that's you. Like, I ain't been on Facebook in like a month, so proper training is paramount. You're absolutely right. I think proper training is paramount to the situation. However, there are a lot of factors. You talk about regulating guns, getting the use of ID, proper background checks, and all of that. Well, Andre, you can have a background check and get the use of a firearm and all these other things. But what about if somebody breaks into your house? What if they got that? Matter of fact, what if what if you had a son that was hell bent on doing whatever and gets your gun and does these things? What are we how does that match up against regulation? And maybe I just live in what if. I always live in what if land. But there's a lot of what if that.
What is going on? Hold on one second. I got all kinds of stuff going on with my phone. I done heard something like, shout out to us pickle lovers. I don't even know what that is.
Yes, pickle lovers. Weren't we talking about pickles at one point? Huh?
I got all kinds of stuff going on with my phone.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, let me call you back.
All right, so I honestly agree with the sentiments of being able to have armed personnel in the schools or at the schools. I did security for like 8.5 years, 9, 10 years of my life in the Navy. Um, but the key thing to that is training. Having these teachers or everybody else being properly trained is the key to success with that, right? Because at the end of the day, if you have a positive deterrence, right? If you see somebody that's properly trained, whether they look like they properly trained or not, right? But if you see somebody with another weapon, 9 times out of 10, um, an assailant is gonna think twice about, okay, let me go ahead and attack this school, or let me do something to this school, because what happens, most of the time, what happens is that assailants, they attack something that's like that they've watched for a long time, and it looks like an easy target. So at the same time, what happens is they're like, okay, let me go in with the least amount of resistance possible. They arm themselves and they go in and they try to take out as many people as they can before, because they know they're going to get taken out by police. But what happens is that they already understand that, okay, all right, I'm going to have this amount of time before the police respond to get to me before I can take somebody out. Not understanding that, all right, if they go there, like, oh snap, I can get taken out as soon as I get there.
I think that they think both things. Like, I really do think that people think both things and don't give a crap, because it is, you're literally talking about a society where, we're seeing this stuff play out on social media a lot. We're seeing these things play out on, on the news and all these things. And real talk, I don't think that matters to people whether you're armed or not. I don't think that matters to people whether the building is armed or not, whether they have security or not, because I think there was one instance where they did have security on the premises, and the security was taken out too. So, my whole thing is, I don't think that matters. What matters is, can I get fame, notoriety, and also, can I escape with my life, or am I okay dying?
Not,
And
and
so,
not,
mhm.
I can kind of agree with you, man. I apologize for cutting you off, but 9 times out of 10, in situations like that, like a person already knows more than likely they're gonna die.
Mhm.
They already know that,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, and to the point what Andre was talking about with police, shooting the wound instead of shooting the kill, right? Now, all law enforcement, I don't care who you are, whether it be military or civilian law enforcement, you're trained on this one particular thing, right? Use the least amount of force necessary to gain compliance. Also, too, there's this thing called the deadly force triangle that I hope people are listening to right now, that all law enforcement use. Now, if these three things are met, then you can use deadly force: opportunity, capability, and intent. The hardest
Mhm.
thing of those three to prove is the intent, because you don't know what somebody's thinking at a time, right? So my thing is like this. So if we have uh, properly trained armed teachers in the school, right? The the assailant is banking on going into a school and nobody inside the school is armed. Why do you think old buddy and who did the mass shooting, right? He came with a vest because he was like, okay, I'm probably gonna meet some resistance on the outside, but once I get
Yeah, son.
inside,
Right.
once
Mhm.
once I get inside, it's easy pickings. There ain't only thing somebody's gonna do is they may try to fight me off person to person, but I got hot ones for you. So the key to that is, like I said, like they're not counting on somebody to be in school properly trained and armed. They're
Mhm.
understanding, okay, maybe outside, once I get in past this one person or these two people or whatever, okay, cool, I'm good. I can go in and bang, 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 kids, teachers, all of that, right? To get fame and notoriety. All right, you got somebody trained like myself, right? I'm not a violent person, but at the end of the day, I know what to do with a gun. I know exactly what to do. I know I've been trained how to take out an active shooter, how to clear rooms, anything like that, right? So if you have, certain teachers that are trained, like maybe your gym teacher, or maybe your, like a guidance counselor or something like that, that's properly trained in that area, that can, okay, if you hear shots, okay, everybody locked down, we're gonna go respond, eliminate the threat, and then we'll, you know, whatever after the fact, right? Then you're saying like assailants are counting on, I may need some resistance, just not enough.
Okay.
And the key to having armed teachers or armed personnel inside the school is basically it's a countermeasure. To say, okay, so a lot of these things are happening because one, people are unprepared, and two, people are caught sleeping. They're caught lacking. If you want to use street terms, people get caught lacking.
They do. They
They
do.
get caught.
I
They get
agree.
caught lacking. And if
I
you're not
agree.
caught lacking, people gonna think twice. Now they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and plan a more concentrated attack. But at the same time, if you're gonna do that, like now you know the thing about it is people need to be trained exactly what to look for. So that way, like,
I do think honestly all of those things are great, but I am going to stop you right there and let's kind of not stop you. I'm going to interrupt you and I apologize for that, but let's also think about the fact that as society moves on, there is the element that people, no matter what the casing looks like, no matter what the recon, if you will, looks like, no matter all of those factors, no matter armed armed people or not, the attempts will be there because of notoriety, because of the fact that um, I can be known. I can make my voice heard, whatever it is, if it's a positive or negative way. You see that this person got, their 15 seconds of fame on Instagram, and so I want that too. I want to show that I was in such a deep dark state because I was bullied. Let's call attention to bullying. What how are we calling attention to bullying? By shooting up the club. And you ain't you first of all, there was hardly even a connection with him in this in this place is because they want to get seen and noticed. I think the problem is being able to really tap into mental health resources in the community, and like you said, being aware. If we are more aware of the signs, more aware of what's going on, I think we can stop that more so than arming people. And I'm not against arming people at all. I agree with both of you. But I think that we need more mental health resources in the communities as well.
I believe that. I mean, I totally don't disagree with the mental health aspect that my friend was trying to speak on. I just, I'm tired. I'm tired of turning on the TV and oh, somebody black was shot. Kids were killed. And I'm tired of us getting the. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it. I'm tired of these white assailants getting off and not like if it was us, we'd be shot dead immediately after coming out. We don't take our lives. We black people don't black people are not high for suicidal rates. We're not.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So we're not. We do something, we're gonna go to jail, gonna sit with the homies and do whatever. They're gonna have to take us out in prison, but they not because they're taking us out in the streets legally, and that bothers me at a very large.
mhm.
So I don't want to get started.
No, I think that's a great conversation. I honestly do want to talk about some of those social things. And honestly, I want to talk more about social etiquette too, because I do think that there are some things, like you said, Andre, you said this earlier, where we talked about like stuff could be happening with people and let you do one thing and breathe wrong, and everything just feels like you need to explode. So I really do feel like there is social and mental health etiquette that kind of surrounds that too. But before my computer dies, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Oh, what is that?
Uh, that was the patio.
Oh,
You know,
oh.
hey, I'm gonna have to take you to the patio in Smyrna, in Georgia. I'm gonna have to
Listen,
take you. We're gonna have to go, Kyle. I'm gonna have to take you out there. You
Kyle, stay on for a second, but I'm just gonna end this. We'll see y'all next week. On the late night tip. Get your tip in. We'll see y'all next
It's it.
Friday. Next Friday. Today is not Friday. Okay, but see y'all on Monday. Okay, bye.